Alright there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my most anticipated games for 2019. Ideally this should have been done last month because it was the start of the year, but yeah, we're only a month late, but still, none of the games have actually been released yet that are my most anticipated and excited for this year. Let's start off with Far Cry New Dawn. Far Cry New Dawn comes out in less than 2 weeks and is it the direct sequel to Far Cry 5. As you guys know, Far Cry 5 is of course not only my favourite Far Cry game of all time, but my game of the year for 2018. And that was a pleasant surprise because I didn't know what to expect going into Far Cry 5, and then I really enjoyed it. New Dawn takes place in the exact same area as Far Cry 5, the same map, but it's going to look very different. So you've got the familiarity of the areas, but with a new look on them. And I think Far Cry New Dawn could be a very good Far Cry game, but maybe not quite as good as Far Cry 5, or who knows, even better than it. Right, the next game I'm quite excited for is Jump Force. Jump Force, of course, also comes out in just under 2 weeks, on the exact same day as Far Cry New Dawn. But Jump Force, you know what it is. It's the battle of the biggest heroes and villains in Shonen Jump. Goku, Naruto, Luffy, Blackbeard, Frieza, Sasuke, all those 6 and many more from different series. It is of course a step up, if you like, from J-Stars that was on the PS3 and the 360. It was that console generation's anime fighting game that was primarily shonen. But with Jump Force, we've got a step up in graphics, but I'm not entirely sure of a step up in gameplay, as I never played J-Stars. I've only played Jump Force, but of what I have played of Jump Force, it looks pretty fun, and I could get a good amount of time out of it, and maybe even do a Xenoverse 2 Fights style series. I mean, that's how my first 2 Jump Force videos. That's the format I used for those videos. So yeah, Jump Force is another one. The next game, we're going a bit further into the year, I'm guessing. We have Dying Light 2. Dying Light, the original game, was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I got the game January 2016, and once Che got the game and me and him got to work on the missions, I beat the game within 2 weeks. But the parkour works so well with fighting against the zombie hordes. And Dying Light was a huge step up from Dead Island, which of course the same developers made. Adding parkour adds so much more to zombie games, and if Dying Light 2 is anything like the first game, it's going to be a good game. Maybe they'll go even more ambitious. Maybe they'll add even crazier items than the grappling hook. They could even, who knows what they're going to add in. But I have faith that Dying Light 2 is going to be an enjoyable game. Right, the next game is, this is the biggest of all. This is the biggest one of all the games. It's The Last of Us Part 2. We have no official confirmed date, or even year for that matter, for The Last of Us Part 2. But I think the game will be released at some point this year. I'm not entirely sure when, but I feel like a 2019 release for The Last of Us Part 2 is about right. The game probably, it would have been better for the game to release last year, because then the actual games take place 5 years apart, and the releases of the game would be 5 years apart, so it would work. But it looks like there's going to be a 6 year between release. I really hope we don't have to wait till 2020 to get the game. What else could Naughty Dog still be doing on it for it to take this long? This is now officially the longest Naughty Dog game ever in terms of development. Even Uncharted 4 didn't take this long to be made. But yeah, The Last of Us, the original Last of Us was a masterpiece from Naughty Dog. People were thinking, what could Naughty Dog do next after Uncharted 3? That's what they came up with. And from the gameplay that was shown off at E3 last year, it was pretty damn good. The combat, the hand-to-hand combat looked massively improved over the first game, because the first game's hand-to-hand combat wasn't the best, and the second game really looks like it's improved on it. Stealth is still as relevant as ever. The Last of Us kind of put stealth as like a big part of Naughty Dog games after it, because Uncharted 4 had a much more emphasis on stealth than 1, 2, and 3. And I guess the final game for the my most anticipated games list is Dragon Ball Project Z. The game has no official release date, or even real proper name yet. Like the game, I'm pretty certain the game, when it releases, will not be called Dragon Ball Project Z. It'll be called something else. But yeah, that game is going to release this year. And after the disappointment, in my opinion, of Dragon Ball FighterZ, of course, many other people will say Dragon Ball FighterZ is a great game. In my opinion, it's not. I really did not enjoy it that much. But Dragon Ball Project Z is not a complete fighting game. It's an action RPG. So, it's going to be, I guess, if you're going to go what the game will be more similar to in terms of Xenoverse or FighterZ, it's probably more similar to Xenoverse. But this is the, I think, proper first ever open world Dragon Ball game. People have been asking for this type of Dragon Ball game for years and years. Many years. I'm pretty sure they've been asking for it ever since the end of Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And now, finally, we're going to get it. Of course, I'd really want to see some gameplay of it as well, because who knows? This game could flop like Battle of Z, because that was a new idea, or it could flourish the ways the Xenoverse series has, and Dragon Ball FighterZ did. Even though I don't like it, it still became a popular game, and it did win Fighting Game of the Year. So yeah, I think that might be everything. I think that might be all the games I can think of for now that are coming out this year that I'm excited for. Let's be honest, I'm probably not going to get to play all those games this year. I might be able to play them all eventually, but there's no way I'll be playing all of those games this year. And okay, maybe as a very slight, a very slight, but not that much, a more 50-50, I'm not sure, am I excited, am I not excited, is whatever Call of Duty game Infinity Ward decide to release this year, because after the success of Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, Infinity Ward had to come up with a new idea. That new idea was, of course, Call of Duty Ghosts, and it was very, very poorly received. It was one of the worst received Call of Duty games ever, possibly the worst received Call of Duty game ever. But I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed COD Ghosts. Then, of course, Advanced Warfare came out, and then Black Ops 3 came out, and then it was back to Infinity Ward for the next game, which was Infinite Warfare, which, in my opinion, is the worst Call of Duty game ever created. It is terrible. It's horrific. So, Infinity Ward have got to pull out. Really, they have to pull out the best make the best COD game ever. Better receive than Modern Warfare 2. Better receive than BO2, BO3, Modern Warfare 1. Better received than any of them if this is going to keep Infinity Ward's reputation just about alive as what it is now. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I have 2 brand new Let's Plays coming this week, and I actually told you guys 2 days ago what they were. See if you can remember. And I'm hoping to get another Let's Play as well started up, but I actually need to buy that game first before I can start it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on all my social medias, and until next time guys, catch you later.